Okay, yesterday, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, awwalan, first, praise Allah, we send salat and salam upon the messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yesterday we spoke about what is the effects, or what is built upon, what is the consequences of halal or haram earnings. Now we reached the point in the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Inna Allaha tayyib, la yaqbalu illa tayyiban. He says, Inna Allaha tayyib. Allah here, Lafzul Jalala is mansoob. It is the inna. Tayyibun, khabaru inna marfu'. Inna Allaha tayyibun. فدل على أن من, that from, فدل, from dalla yadullu, dalil, alaykum salam wa rahmatullah, that meaning evidence or pointing to, guiding to, something along that line. Ala anna min asma'illahi, that from the names of Allah, annahu tayyibun, annahu tayyibun, that he is tayyib. We'll just leave it at that. We don't need to translate it, right? فَيَجُوزُ لِشَخْصِ, فَيَجُوزُ, meaning from Jim Waw Zay, meaning permissible. Jaza yajuzu, meaning it's permissible. Li shakhsi, and shakhs is majroor after this li, harf jar. And yusamma, and yusammiya, and yusammiya, asif, yusammiya, right? And we can see the fatha on this ya here because of n. When it becomes mansoob, we can see it. Normally we just say yusamma, but here after n, yusammiya. Abdu at-tayyib. Fayajuz, so it's permissible, li shakhs, for a person, and yusamma, to call, meaning like his son or himself if he accepts Islam, etc. Abdul Tayyib. He can be called Abdul Tayyib. وَيَجُوزُ, is permissible, لِشَخْصِ, and يَدْعُو, to call, to make dua, بِسْمِ الطَّيِّب, right? بِسْمِ الطَّيِّب, meaning he can make dua. فَيَقُولُ, so he says, Ya Tayyib, O Tayyib, Urzuqni, Urzuqni, there's a dhamma on this alif because on this zay is a dhamma, right? Urzuqni malin tayyiban, provide for me, tayyib, wealth, good wealth, tayyib, wealth. وهكذا. So he says, فَدَّلَّ إِنَّ اللَّهَ طَيِّبٌ فَدَّلَّ عَلَى أَنَّ مِنْ أَسْمَاءِ اللَّهِ أَنَّهُ طَيِّبٌ. So it points or it proves that from the names of Allah is that he is tayyib. فَيَجُوزُ لِشَخْصٍ and yusammiya Abdul Tayyib. So it's permissible for a person that he is called or named Abdul Tayyib. وَيَجُوزُ لِشَخْصٍ and yad'u bismi Tayyib. And it's permissible for a person to make dua with the name At-Tayyib. فَيَقُولُ Ya Tayyib. So he says, O tayyib, urzuqni malan tayyiba, provide for me a tayyib wealth, a good wealth, wa hakadha, and so on. ولا يقبل, the same construction that's in the hadith, من الأعمال إلا طيب, except good. لا يقبل, it's not accepted. من الأعمال, or he does not accept. لا يقبل, he does not accept. من الأعمال, from the actions. إلا طيب, except for what is طيب. العمل الخبيث, عمل الخبيث, the filthy, right? The filthy action. والسيئ, سيئ, right, and the shadda is very hard. وَسَيِّئُ, سَيِّئُ, and evil, right, from sin, wow, hamza, su, sayya, like we say in khutbatul hajah, وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنْ شُرُورِ أَنفُسِنَا وَسَيِّئَاتِ أَعْمَالِنَا, and from the evilness of our actions, right, sayyi. As for the action which is filthy and evil, لا يقبله الله, لا يقبله Allah. Allah here is lafzul jalala is marfu because it is the fa'il. لا يقبله الله, Allah doesn't accept it. بل لا يرفع إليه, بل rather, لا يرفع إليه. يرفع here is majhul, passive. Not that it raises, like it's doing the raising, but it is being raised. بل لا يرفع إليه, it is not raised to him. ولا يرفع إليه إلا طيب, and it is not raised to him except what is good, except the good, meaning nothing is raised to him except what is good. كما قال سبحانه, just as he glorified as he says, إليه يسعد الكلم الطيب والعمل الصالح يرفعه. إليه, to him, يسعد, from Sad, Ain, Dal, meaning to raise, to go up. An elevator is called a mas'ad. Mas'ad, right? That's an elevator. Takes you up, right? Because normally people don't need help going down. They need help going up, right? Mas'ad. إليه يسعد الكلم الطيب. Al-kalimu here is the fa'il. It's what is being, it is what is going up. إليه يسعد الكلم الطيب, the good word. And الطيب here is an adjective. It's a sifa describing al-kalim. إليه يسعد الكلم الطيب والعمل الصالح. Amal is another fa'il. Right? Also the actions. Which kind of actions? Salihu, righteous action. Right? Yas'adu ilayhi. Yarfa'uhu, he raises them. Yarfa'uhu, he raises it, rather. He raises it. أما العمل السيء الخبيث. As for أما العمل السيء الخبيث, as for the evil, filthy action, فلا يرفع إليه. فلا يرفع إليه, then it is not raised to him. Right? لأنه طيب, because he is طيب. He is good. right? He is tayyib. وَلَا يَصِلُ إِلَيْهِ, from wasala yasilu, to reach, right? وَلَا يَصِلُ إِلَيْهِ, to connect, to reach, from like the word salat, right? وَلَا يَصِلُ إِلَيْهِ, and it doesn't reach him, إِلَّا الطَّيِّبُ subhanahu, except what is good, glorified is he. Any questions? Then he says in the hadith, وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ أَمَرَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ بِمَا أَمَرَ بِهِ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. He says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ أَمَرَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ بِمَا أَمَرَ بِهِ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Right? He just don't have the word inna Allah here, right? You can say it or not, it's up to you. On the audio he said it, but whoever typed it didn't write it, right? يعني أمر إن الله أمر المؤمنين, and indeed Allah commanded the believers, bima, with what, amara bihi, with what he commanded with it, or what he commanded, al-mursaleen, the messengers. يعني أن التكليف Taklifa has a fatha on the fa here. It's mansoob because it's ismu anna, right? Or it comes after anna, right? Taklifa comes from kaf, lam, fa, and it's kallafa yukallifu, form 2. It means to be held responsible, right? Yani at-taklifa, the responsibility, the being held accountable for one's actions. Am, anna taklifa amun. Am is the opposite of the word we had yesterday, khas. Khas was specific. Am is general. Anna taklifa amun, that this responsibility is general. Li jami'il khalqi. Li jami'i, because of the lam, the harf jar, it becomes jami'i majroor, al khalqi mudaf ilay, for all of the creation, sawa'an, regardless or whether, min al mursaleen, from the messengers, or min ghayri al mursaleen, or from other than messengers. Yani, meaning, wajibun, it's obligatory, ala jamil kasb, ala jamil, ala al-jami', it's obligatory upon everyone. Al-jami' meaning here all, so we wouldn't say it's obligatory upon all, we'd say it's obligatory upon everyone. Al-kasbu at-tayyibu, because that is the file, that's why it's marfu'. Al-kasbu is the file, at-tayyib is an adjective agreeing with it. The halal earning, or the good earnings. A lot of times the word tayyib means halal, that's why I don't like to translate it, because sometimes it means good, sometimes it means halal, right? Wajib al-jami' kasbu at-tayyibu, it's obligatory upon all or everyone a good earning. Wal-hadaru, hadar from hadara, meaning and being aware or caution or weary, warning from. Min al-kasbil haram, from al-kasbil haram. And this is a proof here, the way this is used, that tayyib can mean halal, because he brought as the opposite al-kasbil haram, the haram earnings. Any questions? فقال تعالى يا أيها الرسل كلوا من الطيبات واعملوا صالحا. So Allah Azza wa Jalla says, O you messengers, eat from the good and act and do righteous actions and do righteousness, salihan. Right? And he said, وَقَالَ عَنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and he said on the believers, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا كُلُّوا مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ مَا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ. Eat, kulu, as we said as a command, eat from the good, مَا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ, what we have provided you. Meaning eat from the good, eat from the halal. Right? وَكَذَا قَالَ لِرُسُلِ Rusuli, kada, likewise, or as such. Qala, he said, li rusuli, to the messengers, bil amri bit tayyibat, with the command with good things, with halal things. Any questions? Let's read that so that when we get here, we can scroll our page up, inshallah ta'ala. Fadl, ya Abdullah, if you feeling good?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Inshallah. Inna Allah tayyibun fadla alla anna min asma'illahi annahu tayyibun fayujib wa فيجوز
يجوز not يجوز يجوز.
Yeah, you.
On the ya is a fatah. Okay. يجوز.
Yeah, I thought you said you. Okay, فيجوز للشخص and you say you سمي Abdul Tayyib. Okay, is it the same thing? Why?
Yeah, Yajuz.
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 Okay, Yajuz. Well, Yajuz lil shaksi and yada'u bismil tayyib. Fayaqulu ya tayyib. Or زكني مالا طيبا وهكذا ولا يقبل من الأعمال إلا الطيب الأمل خبيث وسعي يقبله الله بل لا يرفع إليه ولا يرفع إليه إلا الطيب كما قال سبحانه إليه يسأل الكلب المعلو صالح يرفعه أمل سيء خبيث فلا يرفع إليه لأنه طيب ولا يصل إليه إلا الطيب سبحانه أمر المؤمنين بما أمر به المرسلين يعني أن التكليف عام عامون
عام.
عام لجامع الخلق سواء من مرسلين أو من
No,
غير
مرسلين.
المرسلين.
Mursalina, not
يعني
Mursalini. That's how Mursalun becomes Mansub and Majrur. Mursalina. Min al Mursalin.
even after the end, even after the man. Oh, okay.
Yes,
I got you.
it's Majrur
I
with a
got
ya. It's not Majrur
Yeah, yeah.
with a fatha or kasra. It's Majrur with a ya. It's
I
Marfu
got you.
with a wa.
Okay. من المرسلين أو من غير المرسلين يعني واجب على جميع الكسب الطيب والحذر من الكسب الحرام. read ayat.
Yeah, فقال تعالى.
فقال تعالى يا أيها الرسول كلوا من الطيبات واعملوا صالحا وقل المؤمنين كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم وكفى الله لرسله بالأمر
رسلي not لرسولي رسلي
الله لرسله الأمر بالطيبات.
نعم. يا معاوية.
نعم. إن الله طيب وظل على أن من أسماء الله أنه طيب ويجوز لشخصه أن يسمي عبد الطيب ويجوز لشخصه أن يدعو باسم الطيب فيقول يا طيب أرزقني مالا طيبا وهكذا لا يقبل من الأعمال إلا طيب والعمل الخبيث والأسيء يقبله الله بل يرفع إليه ولا يرفع إليه إلا طيب كما قال سبحانه إليه يصعد الكلمة الطيب والعمل الصالح يرفعه أما العمل السيء الخبيث فلا يرفع إليه لأنه طيب ولا يصل إليه إلا طيب سبحانه. أمر المؤمنين بما
أمر المؤمنين بما أمر
المؤمنين بما
أمر. It's a verb, past tense. No.
أمر المؤمنون بما أمر به المرسلين يعني أن التكليف عام جميع الخلق سواء من المرسلين أو من غير المرسلين يعني واجب على جميع الكسب الطيب والحذر من الكسب الحرام. فقال تعالى يا أيها الرسل كلوا من طيبات واعملوا صالحا وقال عن المؤمنين كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم وكذا قال رسلي بالأمر بالطيبات.
نعم.
نعم.
يا أبا سمية.
إن الله طيب فدل على أن من أسماء الله أنه طيب، ويجوز لشخص أن يسمي عبد الطيب، ويجوز لشخص أن يدعو باسم الطيب ويقول يا طيب ارزقني مالا طيبا، وهكذا. ولا يقبل من العمل إلا الطيب. العمل الخبيث وسيء لا يقبله الله، بل لا يرفع إليه، ولا يرفع إليه إلا الطيب، كما قال سبحانه إليه يصعد الكلم طيب والعمل الصالح يرفعه. أما العمل سيء الخبيث فلا يرفع إليه لأنه طيب، ولا يصل إليه إلا الطيب سبحانه. إن الله أمر المؤمنين بما أمر به المرسلين، يعني أن التكليف حق لجميع الخلق، سواء من المرسلين أو من غير المرسلين، يعني واجب على الجميع الكسب
على الجميع
الكسب الطيب، والأجر من الكسب الحرام. فقال تعالى يا أيها الرسل كلوا من الطيبات واعملوا صالحا، وقال عن المؤمنين كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم، وكذا قال للرسل بالأمر بالطيبات.
نعم الله يبارك فيك. Then the Sheikh, he said, or the Prophet ﷺ says, وقال تعالى يا أيها الرسل كلوا من الطيبات واعملوا صالحا، ثم ذكر رجلا. Why is رجلا mansub? Because it's the object of ذكر. He mentioned a man or the man. يطيل السفر. He is long in his traveling. يطيل السفر. Right? السفر is the object of يطيل. يطيل السفر. Right? أشعث أغبر. His hair is messed up. Right? أغبر. He's dusty. يمد يديه إلى السماء. He stretches out his hands to the sky. Ya Rabbi, Ya Rabbi. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord. He's making dua. وَمَطْعَمُهُ haram. His food is haram. وَمَشْرَبُهُ haram. وَمَلْبَسُهُ haram. His drink and his clothing is haram. وَغُذِّيَ بِالْحَرَام. And he is nourished with haram. فَأَنَّ يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُ. Now on the audio, yes, it says يُسْتَجَابُ لِذَلِكَ, but the hadith it says يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُ. Unless there's a different riwayah, I don't know about it. It says يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُ. So how can he be answered? فَأَنَّ is the particle of ajab, or being amazed. وَكَيْفَ يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُ. So how could he be answered? Any questions about that?
No.
يعني ذكر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. النبي is the file, so it's مرفوع. ذكر what? صفة. He mentioned a sifa, an attribute, an action, a description. Min sifati, with a shadda on the fa there, huh? صفتي من صفة التضرع تضرعي from ضاد را عين. Here meaning صفة التضرعي, a صفة of an attribute of humiliation or humility, not humiliation but humility, right? صفة التضرع في الدعاء, في الدعاء, in making dua, right, in his supplication. مسافر, مسافر, right, he's a traveler. We know that the dua of the traveler is accepted. مكروب, مكروب from kaf ra ba, meaning he is put to a test and tried, right? He's going through a difficulty. He's in some type of hard situation. Musafir, traveling. Makroob, in a difficult situation. Mudtarrun, mudtarrun. Mudtar is from dad ra. Dad ra. Sometimes we see, I'm trying to think of a word we might have here in our right here on our page. I mean, here is one, but it's not a word we're used to. This mutabattil is from ba ta lam. And sometimes we see this ta added in there. Do we remember seeing that from time to time? Like yatarattabu, right? Like this. We put a ta in there from time to time inside of the verb. This ta here is that same ta that's inserted there, right? In form 8. However, because of the dad, it's hard to say mudtarrun. It's just easier to say mudtarrun. So they change the ta to a ta for ease. The same thing happens in, right, Mustafa, right? This ta here in Mustafa is really a ta, right? This is really a ta, but because of the sod, I put a scene there. Because of the sod, then it becomes a thought, because it's easier to come from the sod to a thought than from a sod to a ta. And it happens quite often, right? And sometimes it can be a dal. It can come from a ta to a dal if it's what's easier. And when they come across, inshallah, I'll try to make sure we talk about it. Anyway, mudtarrun, coming from the root dad ra, meaning darrun, meaning harm, right? La darar wa la dirar. No, which is our next hadith. There's no harm or reciprocating of harm, right? Mudtarrun here meaning he's in a dire situation. He's in a harmful situation where he needs help and needs, assistance. Munqati'un, munqati' from qaf ta ain. Munqati' meaning basically he's cut off from everything around him, right? He has no one around him that can help him. Munqati', he's cut off. Munqati'un. Wa alayhi, and upon him, atharu safari, the signs of traveling, right? Ash'atha aghbara, his hair is messed up, he's dusty. All these are signs. Sifat tadarru'i. All these are signs of humility, right? Mutabattilun ilallah. Mutabattilun, mutabattilun ilallah. Mutabattil or mutabattil is from ba ta lam. As we said, here it means devoted to Allah. Not that he himself is devoted to Allah full time, but right now, that's all he's doing. He's just making dua, that's it. Not that he himself is 100% devoted to Allah all the time, otherwise his later descriptions wouldn't make sense, right? But right now, all he's doing is making dua to Allah. He's not thinking about anything else. بِرَفْعِ يَدَيْهِ مُتَبَتِّلٌ إِلَى اللَّهِ بِرَفْعِ يَدَيْهِ, but with the raising of his hands. بِرَفْعِ. Right? We see that by him raising his hands, he's not thinking about anything else except Allah. He's solely concentrating on Allah. وَمَعَ ذَلِكَ, and with that, وَمَعَ هَذِهِ الْحَالِ, and with this condition that he's in, hal is majroor after ma'a, right? Ruddat da'watuhu, ruddat majhul, ruddat da'watuhu, his dua is rejected or was rejected bisababi al-mat'am al-khabith. Sabab from sin ba means the reason, the cause. You have the book Asbab al-Nuzul. Asbab al-Nuzul, the reasons for revelation, the reasons for the Quran coming down. Right? In this situation, this happened, so Allah sent down this ayah, Asbab. Ruddat da'watuhu, his call or his dua, his supplication was rejected bisababi al-mat'ami al-khabith. Wal-'iyadhu billah. For the reason of his food being filthy. And with Allah's refuge is sought with Allah. فَيَجِبُ عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِ, يَجِبُ عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِ, so it's obligatory upon the Muslim, and yas'a, to have this sa'i, sin, ayn, ya. And we had this when we had the 100 hadith, right? About the one who goes back and forth between the armala wal miskin, between the widowed woman or the old single woman and the poor people. The one who goes back, as-sa'i bain al-armalati wal miskin, right? The one who goes between them, kal mujahid fi sabilillah, the one who exerts effort in helping out, right? As-sa'i, as we said, is between as-safa and marwa, going back and forth, right? And yas'a, to go to put in this effort and to look out and look for likasbi at-tayyibi, for a good earning, good lawful earnings. وَيَحْذَرَ, yahdara. Why is yahdara mansub? Going back to an. وَيَجِبُ عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِ أَنْ يَحْذَرَ الْكَسْبَ الْخَبِيثَ, to look out for, to be wary of the haram or khabith, filthy earnings. وَالنَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ, and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, tawarra'a, past tense, from waw, ra, ayn, tawarra'a. This is form 5. Tawarra'a, meaning wara' is to be cautious and careful and wary, and to stay away from something because of that, right? Not that it's haram, but being cautious and wary. Tawarra'a an akli, from eating, akli athamara, an akli thamarati, from eating certain fruits, from eating fruits, thamara, fruits. Qala, he said, akhsha, I fear, an takuna, that it is from, takuna meaning the fruit, because thamara is feminine, min as-sadaqa, from charity. And we know the Prophet ﷺ didn't eat charity. It was haram for him and for his family still till today to eat charity. Akhsha an takuna min as-sadaqa, I fear that it will be from sadaqah. Right? Wa laysa hunak, and there is not, laysa is there is not, hunak there, ma yusamma, what is called bi tathhiri al-mal. Tathhir comes from tahara, like the word tahara, right? Tathhir from tahara yutahhiru, tathhir, meaning to purify, right? Tahara meaning to become purified, tahara to purify something. Al-mal, wealth. There is not anything called tathhir al-mal, purifying the wealth, bi ikhraji nisbatin minhu. Ikhraj, by taking out, from khuruj, kharaja yakhruju, by extracting or taking out, nisbatin, nisbah is a percentage, from noon, sin, ba, nisbah is a percentage, by ikhraj nisbatin minhu, by taking out a portion of it, a percentage of it, right? What he's saying is, some people, they might think, okay, if I give away 10% of my haram money, that'll make it okay. Because zakat purifies the wealth. So they think if I give away some of it, I'll purify it. But zakat purifies halal wealth, not necessarily haram, right? Or not intentionally haram. Bi ikhraji nisbatin minhu. وإنما القطرة اليسيرة. القطرة, قطرة is from qaf, ta, ra. It means a drop. إنما القطرة اليسيرة. Yasira here means something light. Light, right? Something small. A small drop. Min al-mal, from wealth, a small drop. Min al-mal, from the wealth. Tudannisu, tudannisu, from dal, noon, sin, meaning to make dirty. To make dirty. Tudannisu jami al-mal, it purifies, it makes dirty all, jami al-mal, all of the wealth, right? فلا يكون تطهيره بإخراج شيء. فلا يكون تطهيره, so its purification is not going to be بإخراج شيء, by bringing out some of it, extracting some of it. وإنما الكسب الطيب, Innama means only. Kasbu tayyib, the halal, the lawful earnings, the good earnings. Huwa matlubun, that is what is wanted. That is the only thing that is wanted. Al kasbu at tayyibu, the good lawful earnings. Wama waqa'a fihi, wama waqa'a fihi, and whatever falls into it. Min khabithin, from filth. Tajibu, tajibu at-tawbatu ilallah. Tawbah is the fa'il, so it's marfu'. Tajibu at-tawbah, from wajaba yajibu. Tawbah is obligatory. Ilallahi azza wa jal. Amma, as for anna shakhsa, the person, yutajiru, from ta jim ra, meaning he, like the word tajir, he's a merchant. He buys and sells. He deals with, he buys and sells. I don't know a good word for that just in itself. Yutajiru. He trades, buys and sells, trades. I don't know, something like that. Bi amrin muharramin, with something which is haram, with an affair which is haram. Wama yaksubuhu, and what he earns. And what he earns, ma yaksubuhu, no, yaksibuhu, I'm sorry. I said yaksubuhu. That didn't sound right at all. Yaksibuhu, from kasaba yaksibu, to earn, min nisbatin yukhrijuhu. Basically, in what he earns, then from it he gives a percentage. He takes out of that a percentage. Hada, this, qawlun, is a statement. La asla lahu, it has no origin to it. Fil Islam. Real quick, after describing his situation, يعني ذكر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صفة من صفات التضرع في الدعاء. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم mentioned an attribute or a description from the descriptions of humility and making dua. Musafir, traveler. Makrub, in hardship. Muttar, in dire need. Munqati', he's cut off from everybody else around him. Wa alayhi atharu safar, and upon him is the signs of traveling. Ash'atha aghbara, hair messed up, dusty. Mutabattilun ilallahi azza wa jal bi raf'i yadayhi, he is solely concentrating on Allah azza wa jal. He's devoted to Allah by raising his hands. وَمَعَ ذَلِكَ مَا هَذِهِ الْحَالِ, and with that, with this condition, رُدَّتْ دَعْوَتُهُ بِسَبَبِ الْمَطْعَمِ الْخَبِيثِ. With this condition, all of these things that would make his dua accepted, it is rejected because of his filthy food. وَلِيَعْذُ بِاللَّهِ, in refuge of sought in Allah. فَيَجِبُ عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِ, so it's obligatory upon the Muslim, and يَسْعَى لِلْكَسْبِ الطَّيِّبِ, to strive and to look for the good lawful earnings. وَيَحْذَرَ الْكَسْبَ الْخَبِيثَ, and to beware of the filthy earnings. وَالنَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم تَوَرَّعَ عَنْ أَكْلِ ثَمَرَةٍ, and the Prophet ﷺ, he restrained from eating the fruits. وَقَالَ أَخْشَى أَن تَكُونَ مِنَ الصَّدَقَةِ, he says, I fear that it will be from the charity. وَلَيْسَ هُنَاكَ مَا يُسَمَّى بِتَطْهِيرِ الْمَالِ بِإِخْرَاجِ نِسْبَةٍ مِنْهُ, and there is not what they call, or what is called, purification of the wealth by extracting a portion or a percentage from it. وَإِنَّمَا الْقَطْرَةُ يَسِيرَةُ, and I got a tanween there, but that's not possible because of the alif lam, right? إِنَّ الْقَطْرَةُ يَسِيرَةُ, that a small drop min al-mal, from the wealth, tudannisu jami' al-mal, it makes filthy all of the wealth. فَلَا يَكُونُ تَطْهِيرُهُ بِإِخْرَاجِ الشَّيْء, so it doesn't, it's not purifying it, or its purification is not by taking something out from it. وَإِنَّمَا الْكَسْبُ الطَّيِّبُ, rather the lawful earnings, the good lawful earnings, huwa matlub, that is what is requested. وَمَا وَقَعَ فِيهِ مِنْ خَبِيثٍ, and whatever falls in it from filthy things, تَجِبُ تَوْبَةُ إِلَى اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ, then it's obligatory to make tawbah, or tawbah is obligatory to Allah. أَمَّا أَنَّ الشَّخْصَ يُتَاجِرُ بِأَمْرٍ مُحَرَّمٍ, As for a person, he does his business with a haram, a prohibited matter. وَمَا يَكْسِبُهُ مِن نِسْبَةٍ يُخْرِجُهُ, and what he earns, he takes basically a portion from it, a percentage from it. هَذَا قَوْلٌ لَا أَصْلَ لَهُ فِي الْإِسْلَامِ. This is a statement, there is no origin for it in Islam. Any questions? Inshallah, we're going to try to read it quickly, inshallah. We got 9 minutes left. Yalla Abdullah.
وقال تعالى يا أيها الرسول كلوا من الطيبات واعملوا صالحا ثم ذكر رجلا يطيل سفرا أشعث أكبر يمد يديه للسماء يا رب ومطعمه حرام ومشربه حرام وملبسه حرام وغذي بالحرام.
غذي, it's passive. غذي.
Where that's it?
غذي.
Okay. غذي بالحرام فأن يستجاب لذلك يعني ذكر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صفات من صفات صفة من صفة تضرع في الدعاء مسافر ومكروب ومضطر ومنقطع وعليه منقطع وعليه آثار سفر
أثار عليه, right?
أثار.
It's the actual, this is actually the mubtada brought at the end. وعليه آثار السفر, the signs of traveling upon him.
أشعث أكبر أكبر متبتلون إلهي عز وجل.
No, illallah. Not ilahi, illallah.
Illallah.
No.
Okay. عز وجل. Then برفع
برفع يديه.
برفع يديه ومع ذلك مع هذه ردت دعوته بسبب مطعم الخبيث والعياذ بالله فيجب على المسلم أن يسعى للكسب الطيب ويحذر الكسب الخبيث. والنبي صلى الله عليه الصلاة والسلام تورع عن أكل ثمرة قل أخشى أن تكون من الصدقة وليس هناك ما يسمى بتطهير المال بإخراج نسبة منه، وإنما القطرة يسيرة من المال تدنس جميع المال، فلا يكون تطهيره بإخراج شيء، وإنما الكسب الطيب هو المطلوب، وما وقع فيه من خسف يجب التوبة إلا الله عز وجل. أما أن الشخص يتاجر بأمر محرم وما يكسبه من نسبة يخرجه، هذا قول لا أصل له في الإسلام.
الله يبارك فيك يا معاوية.
نعم. وقال تعالى: يا أيها الرسل كلوا من طيبات واعملوا صالحا. ثم ذكر الرجل يطيل السفر وشخص أكبر يمد يديه إلى السماء: يا رب يا رب، ومطعمه حرام ومشربه حرام وملبسه حرام وقضي بالحرام، فأني يستجاب له. يعني ذكر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صفة من صفة التضرع في الداء: مسافر ومكروب ومتضرع ومنقطع عليه أثار السفر، وشخص أكبر متقبل إلى الله عز وجل بالرفع يديه. وما ذلك مع هذه الحال ردت دعوته بسبب الطعام الحديث والعياذ بالله. فجيب على المسلم أن يسعى للكسب الطيب ويحذر الكسب الخبيث. قال النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام: تورع أن أكل ثمرة. وقال: أخشى أن تكون من صدقتي وليس هناك ما يسمى بتطهير المال بإخراج نسبة منه، وإنما القطرة يسيرات من المال تدنس جميع المال، فلا يكون تطهيره بإخراج شيء، وإنما الكسب الطيب هو مطلوب، وما وقع فيه من الخبيثة تجيب التوبة إلى الله عز وجل. وأما من شخص يتاجر بأمر محرم وما يكسبه من نسبة يخرجه، هذا قول لا أصل له في الإسلام.
الله يبارك فيك يا أبا سمية.
وقال تعالى: يا أيها الرسل كلوا من طيبات واعملوا صالحا. ثم ذكر الرجل يطيل السفر أشعث أغبار يمد يديه إلى السماء: يا ربي، ومدعه حرام، وشربه حرام، وملبس حرام، وفيه بالحرام، فأنا يستجاب له. يعني ذكر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صفة التضرع في الدعاء. مسافر ومخروب ومضطر ومنقطع وعليه أثر السفر أشد أغبار متبدل إلى الله عز وجل برفع يديه. ومع ذلك مع هذه الحال ردت دعوته بسبب المطعم الخبيث والعياذ بالله.
No pressure, we got 2 minutes left though.
إن شاء الله try. فيجب على المسلم أن يسعى للكذب الطيب
الكسبي لا كذب كسبي
الكذب الطيب ويذر كذب الخبيث. والنبي عليه الصلاة والسلام توقع عن عقل ثمراته، قال: أخشى أن تكون من الصدقات، وليس هناك ما يسمى بتطهير المال بإخراج نسبة منه، وإنما قطرات يسيرة من الماء تدنس جميع المال، فلا يكون تطهير بإخراج شيء، وإنما الكسب الطيب هو المطلوب. وما وقع فيه من خبيث تجيب توبة إلى الله عز وجل. أما أن الشخص يتاجر بأمر محرم وما يقصده من نسبة يخرجه، هذا قول لا أصل له في الإسلام.
Allah يبارك فيكم. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll see you guys tomorrow for 2 hadith. They're both short. We'll be able to finish them both بإذن Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.